Ladies and gentlemen, it's a pleasure to be here with you today. I want to talk to you about something that's close to my heart, something that can change your life if you truly understand and apply it. Our topic today is this is how you can win. Now, when I say win, I'm not just talking about winning a game or a competition. I'm talking about winning at life, winning at your goals, winning at becoming the person you were meant to be. You see, winning isn't just about the end result. It's about the process, the journey, and most importantly, it's about who you become along the way. Winning is a mindset, a way of living, a commitment to excellence in everything you do. And the good news is, anyone can learn how to win. Yes, anyone? Including you. Now, let me ask you a question. How many of you want to win in life? Raise your hands. Look around. Everyone's hand is up. We all want to win. But here's the million-dollar question. How many of you are willing to do what it takes to win? Now that's where it gets interesting. You see, the desire to win is common. Everybody wants to win. But the willingness to prepare to win, to work for the win, to sacrifice for the win, that's rare. And that's what separates the winners from the rest. So let's talk about how you can win. The first step is to define what winning means to you. You've got to know what you're aiming for. Is it financial freedom, a fulfilling career, a happy family life, better health? Whatever it is, you need to define it clearly. Vague goals produce vague results. Clear goals produce clear results. Now, once you've defined your win, you need to understand something crucial. Winning isn't an event, it's a process. It's not something that just happens to you one day. It's something you work towards day in and day out. It's the small decisions you make every single day that add up to big wins over time. Let me give you an example. Let's say your goal is to lose 50 pounds. You don't lose 50 pounds in a day. You lose it 1 pound at a time, one meal at a time, one workout at a time. It's the daily disciplines that create the big results. This brings me to one of the most important principles of winning. The principle of accumulation. Everything in life is accumulated. Your health is accumulated, your knowledge is accumulated, your knowledge is accumulated, your character is accumulated. You don't get in shape by eating one healthy meal. You don't become wealthy by saving money once. You don't gain knowledge by reading one book. It's the consistent daily actions that accumulate over time to produce extraordinary results. Now, here's where most people go wrong. They underestimate the power of small, consistent actions. They think, oh, it's just one meal. It won't make a difference if I eat this burger instead of a salad. Or it's just $5. It won't matter if I spend it instead of saving it, but it does matter. Everything matters. You see, success is nothing more than a few simple disciplines practiced every day. And failures are simply a few errors in judgment repeated every day. It's the compound effect of our daily choices that determines our destiny. So if you want to win, you've got to start paying attention to the little things, the small choices you make every day, the habits you cultivate, the disciplines you practice, because these are the things that will ultimately determine your success. Now let's talk about another crucial aspect of winning. Personal development. If you want to have more, you've got to become more. Success is not something you pursue. It's something you attract by the person you become. You see, most people have it backwards. They think if I had more money, I'd be better off. If I had a better job, I'd be happier. If I had a bigger house, I'd be more successful. But that's not how it works. You don't have to have more to become more. You have to become more to have more. This is why personal development is so crucial. You've got to work harder on yourself than you do on your job. Why? Because if you work hard on your job, you can make a living. But if you work hard on yourself, you can make a fortune. So how do you work on yourself? Well, there are many ways. Read books, attend seminars, listen to audio programs, find mentors. Surround yourself with positive, successful people. The key is to never stop learning, never stop growing. I always say, formal education will make you a living. Self-education will make you a fortune. The most successful people in the world are lifelong learners. They're always seeking new knowledge, new skills, new ways of thinking. Now, let's talk about another important aspect of winning. Setting goals. Goals are crucial because they give you direction. They give you something to aim for. Without goals, you're like a ship without a rudder drifting aimlessly in the sea of life. Let's think about goals. They've got to be your goals, not your parents' goals for you, not society's goals for you. Your goals, because if they're not your goals, you won't have the passion and commitment to pursue them when things get tough. And things will get tough. That's another thing you need to understand about winning. It's not always easy. There will be obstacles. There will be setbacks. There will be days when you feel like giving up. But that's where your commitment comes in. That's where your passion comes in. That's where your why comes in. Why is your reason for wanting to win? It's what drives you. It's what keeps you going when things get tough. Maybe your why is to provide a better life for your family. Maybe it's to make a difference in the world. Maybe it's to prove to yourself that you can do it. Whatever it is, you need to know your why, and you need to keep it in front of you at all times. Now, let's talk about another crucial aspect of winning, taking responsibility. You see, winners take responsibility for their lives. They don't blame others for their circumstances. They don't make excuses. They understand that they are where they are because of the choices they've made. And if they want different results, they need to make different choices. This is a powerful realization because it puts you in control. If you're responsible for your life, that means you have the power to change it. You're not a victim of circumstances. You're the creator of your circumstances. So stop blaming the economy or the government or your boss or your parents or anyone else for your situation. Take responsibility. Own your life. Own your choices. Own your results. Now, this doesn't mean you won't face challenges or obstacles. Of course you will. Life isn't always fair. Bad things happen to good people. But here's the difference. Winners don't use these challenges as excuses. They use them as opportunities to grow, to learn, to become stronger. You see, it's not what happens to you that determines your life. It's what you do about what happens to you. Life is 10 what happens to you and 90 how you react to it. So when you face a challenge, don't ask, why is this happening to me? Instead, ask, what can I learn from this? How can I use this to become stronger, wiser, better? This brings me to another important point about winning. The importance of mindset. Your mindset is crucial because it determines how you interpret and respond to everything that happens in your life. There are two types of mindset, a fixed mindset and a growth mindset. People with this mindset believe their abilities and intelligence are static. They believe you're either born smart or you're not. You're either naturally talented or you're. This mindset leads to a desire to look smart and therefore a tendency to avoid challenges, give up easily, see effort as fruitless, ignore useful negative feedback, and feel threatened by the success of others. On the other hand, people with a growth mindset believe that their abilities and intelligence can be developed through effort, good teaching, and persistence. They believe that everyone can get smarter if they work at it. This leads to a desire to learn and therefore a tendency to embrace challenges, persist in the face of setbacks, see effort as the path to mastery, learn from criticism, and find lessons and inspiration in the success of others. Guess which mindset winners have? That's right, a growth mindset. Winners believe in their ability to learn, grow, and improve. They see challenges as opportunities to grow. They see failure not as evidence of unintelligence, but as a heartening springboard for growth and for stretching their existing abilities. So if you want to win, cultivate a growth mindset. Believe in your ability to learn and grow, embrace challenges, persist in the face of setbacks, see effort as the path to mastery, learn from criticism, find lessons and inspiration in the success of others. Now, let's talk about another crucial aspect of winning. The power of discipline. Discipline is the bridge between goals and accomplishment. It's what turns your dreams into reality. It's what separates the winners from the wannabes. You see, motivation is what gets you started. Habit is what keeps you going. But discipline is what makes you unstoppable. Discipline is doing what needs to be done even when you don't feel like doing it. It's easy to do something when you feel motivated. But what about when you don't feel motivated? What about when you're tired or stressed or discouraged? That's where discipline comes in. Discipline is what gets you out of bed at 5 a.m. to work out, even when you're tired. It's what makes you save money instead of spending it on something you don't need. It's what makes you work on your business instead of watching TV. Now here's the thing about discipline. It's like a muscle. The more you use it, the stronger it gets, and the stronger your discipline muscle gets, the easier it becomes to do the things you need to do to win. So how do you develop discipline? You start small. You start with something manageable, and you do it consistently. Maybe it's making your bed every morning. Maybe it's reading for 15 minutes a day. Maybe it's drinking 8 glasses of water a day. Whatever it is, start small and be consistent. As you build the habit of discipline in small areas, you'll find it easier to apply discipline in bigger areas. Remember, we are what we repeatedly do. Excellence, then, is not an act, but a habit. And habits are built through discipline. Now, let's talk about another crucial aspect of winning, the importance of association. You've probably heard the saying, you are the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. There's a lot of truth to that. You see, we are greatly influenced by the people around us, their attitudes, their habits, their way of thinking. It all rubs off on us. So if you want to win, you need to be very careful about who you associate with. Surround yourself with winners. Surround yourself with people who will inspire you, who challenge you, who push you to be better. Avoid negative people, complainers, and those who are content with mediocrity. Their attitudes are contagious, and you don't want to catch what they've got. Now, this doesn't mean you should abandon your friends or family members who aren't as ambitious as you. But it does mean you should be intentional about seeking out positive, successful people and spending more time with them. Join a mastermind group, find a mentor. Attend networking events where successful people gather. Remember, if you want to fly with the eagles, you can't scratch with the turkeys. So choose your associations wisely. Let's move on to another important aspect of winning, the power of action. You see, knowledge is power, but only when it's applied. It's not what you know that counts. It's what you do with what you know. Too many people are stuck in the learning phase. They're always reading another book, attending another seminar, watching another video. And while learning is important, it's not enough. You've got to take action. You've got to apply what you learn. I always say, don't let your learning lead to knowledge. Let your learning lead to action, because it's only through action that you can create results. It's only through action that you can make progress. It's only through action that you can win. Now, here's the thing about action. It doesn't have to be perfect. In fact, it rarely is. But imperfect action is infinitely better than perfect inaction. You don't have to get it right. You just have to get it going. You can always course correct along the way. Remember, you don't have to be great to start, but you have to start to be great. So stop waiting for the perfect moment. Stop waiting until you feel ready. Stop waiting until you have all the information. Take action now. Start where you are. Use what you have. Do what you can. This brings me to another important point about winning. The importance of persistence. Persistence is the ability to maintain action regardless of your feelings. You press on even when you feel like quitting. You see, when you start on the path to success, you're going to face obstacles. You're going to face setbacks. You're going to face failures. That's just part of the process. But it's not the obstacles that determine your success. It's how you respond to those obstacles. Winners understand that failure is not the opposite of success. It's part of success. They understand that every failure, every setback Every obstacle is an opportunity to learn, to grow, to become stronger. So, when you face a setback, don't give up. Persist. Keep going. Remember, it's not about how many times you fall. It's about how many times you get back up. It's not about how slow you go. It's about how long you keep going. Now let's talk about another crucial aspect of winning, the power of focus in today's world. We're bombarded with distractions, social media, emails, notifications. There's always something vying for our attention. But if you want to win, you need to learn to focus. Focus is the art of limiting your attention to the most important things. It's about saying no to the good so you can say yes to the great. It's about doing fewer things, but doing them better. You see, successful people are not necessarily the ones who do the most things. They're the ones who do the most important things consistently well. They understand that it's not about being busy. It's about being productive. So how do you improve your focus? Start by identifying your most important tasks, the ones that will move you closer to your goals. Then allocate your best time and energy to these tasks. Learn to say no to distractions and interruptions. Create a work environment that supports focus. Remember, where focus goes, energy flows, and where energy flows, results show. So focus on what matters most. Now let's talk about another important aspect of winning, the power of attitude. Your attitude is your window to the world. It determines how you interpret and respond to everything that happens in your life. You see, life is 10 what happens to you, and 90 how you react to it. And how you react is determined by your attitude. A positive attitude can turn a problem into an opportunity. A negative attitude can turn an opportunity into a problem. Winners understand this. They cultivate a positive attitude. They look for the good in every situation. They focus on solutions rather than problems. They see obstacles as challenges to overcome, not as reasons to quit. Now, I'm not talking about blind optimism here. I'm talking about a realistic, positive attitude, an attitude that says, yes, this is a challenge, but I can handle it. I can learn from it. I can grow from it. Remember, your attitude is a choice. You can choose to be positive or negative, optimistic or pessimistic, enthusiastic or apathetic. Choose wisely, because your attitude will determine your altitude. Let's move on to another crucial aspect of winning, the importance of integrity. Integrity is doing the right thing when no one is watching. It's being true to your values, your principles, your word. You see, success without integrity is failure. It doesn't matter how much money you make or how high you climb if you lose your integrity along the way, because at the end of the day, you have to live with yourself. And there's no amount of success that can compensate for knowing that you've compromised your integrity. Integrity is also crucial for long-term success. It builds trust, and trust is the foundation of all relationships, personal and professional. People want to do business with those they trust. They want to associate with those they trust. They want to follow leaders they trust. So guard your integrity fiercely. Let your word be your bond. Do what you say you're going to do. Be consistent in your actions and your words. Live by your values and principles, even when it's difficult, even when no one is watching. Now let's talk about another important aspect of winning. The power of gratitude. Gratitude is not only the greatest of virtues, but the parent of all others. It's the attitude of appreciating what you have instead of focusing on what you lack. You see, it's easy to focus on what's wrong in your life, what you don't have, what you haven't achieved yet. But that kind of thinking leads to frustration, dissatisfaction, and unhappiness. Gratitude, on the other hand, leads to contentment, joy, and a positive outlook on life. Winners understand this. They practice gratitude daily. They appreciate what they have even as they work towards what they want. They understand that gratitude and ambition are not mutually exclusive. You can be grateful for what you have and still strive for more. So make gratitude a daily practice. Start each day by listing 3 things you're grateful for. End each day by reflecting on the positive aspects of your day. You'll be amazed at how this simple practice can transform your mindset and your life. Let's wrap up our discussion on how to win with a final crucial point. The importance of giving back. True winners understand that success is not just about what you achieve for yourself, but also about the impact you have on others. They know that the most fulfilling success comes when you use your achievements to make a positive difference in the world. This could be through mentoring others, supporting charitable causes, or using your skills and resources to solve problems in your community. Remember, the more you give, the more you grow, and the more you win in the truest sense of the word. In conclusion, winning is not about luck or chance. It's about consistent, purposeful action guided by the right mindset and principles. It's about defining your own success, setting clear goals, taking responsibility, developing discipline, cultivating positive relationships, taking action, persisting through challenges, maintaining focus, nurturing a positive attitude, preserving your integrity, practicing gratitude, and giving back. These are the keys to winning in life, and they're available to anyone willing to apply them consistently. So as you leave here today, I challenge you to commit to these principles. Start applying them in your life, one day at a time, one decision at a time. Remember, success is not an event, it's a process. It's the result of small efforts repeated day in and day out. You have everything you need to win. The question is, are you willing to do what it takes? The choice is yours. Choose to win, my friends. Choose to become all that you're capable of becoming, because when you do, you'll not only transform your own life, but you'll inspire others to do the same. And that, my friends, is how we all win together. Thank you.